For beauty, grace, power, and athleticism, there is nothing like the Illinois High School Girls State Gymnastics Meet. It's the 23rd annual from Palatine High School in Palatine, Illinois. Hello, everyone. I'm Ann Penstone. I'm glad to be working with you tonight, and my partner will be former state champion Rob Brown. And Rob, great to work with you as well. You're a former state champion. You know what it's like to become a champion, but it is so difficult to defend. And yet, Fremd High School had won 5 times in a row. Last year, they graduated Karen Ciencio, perhaps the heart of their team, as well as 3-time all-arounder Diane Kelly. Many people thought perhaps they would not repeat.
Usually, Ann, when you lose the 2 top athletes in the state, you'd think your program is in a rebuilding phase. But Fremd has been able to introduce new athletes to their program consistently. These athletes are working out all the time. They're exposed to what it takes to win. So as they mature and they make the varsity team, they are ready to win.
Well, their nemesis all year had been the beam, but they stuck it last night. So they have built an insurmountable lead tonight. But you see that it's very close, 0.3 of a point amongst Oswego, St. Charles, and Lyons Township. It's anybody's ball game for second.
That's right, Ann. And as you know, tonight, if you can improve your score in finals, that difference is added to the team total. So look for some exciting routines with maybe some new skills or girls really trying to clean up some little mistakes.
Nothing to hold back for tonight. They're going to throw it all. Tell you what, the only thing that's been completed actually is the all-around competition. And Diane Kelly, who we mentioned, the defending 3-time champ, graduated. That left Cinderella's slipper yet to fill.
And it was a new gymnast to the Illinois program, and that's Stacy Majira. Her first time at this competition, and she wins it all. Stacy's got all the skills, difficulty, and consistency. She hit her routines. That makes all the difference.
Look at Stacy showing her pass on her floor routine. And another young lady that we have to be looking at in a stellar, she's going to finish her stellar career tonight, Amanda Kaufman, the senior from Stephenson High School.
And you can't say enough about Amanda. One of the most consistent athletes, strong, has all the difficulty. It's great to see her again at the top of the pack. And look for some exciting routines from Amanda tonight.
Oh, she threw 2 doubles last night in her floor routine. We'll have to see what she's got in store for us tonight. So what we have are 4 individual championships that will be contested tonight, and that chance that it will improve for the team championships as well. So we're getting ready for gold medals, and the first event will be the vault. So stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, there's a great crowd here at Palatine High School as we get set for our first competitor in the first event, which is the vault. And it's going to be a senior, Courtney Morgan from Libertyville.
And Ann, if you don't recall, each athlete's going to get 2 vaults this evening, and they will take the best vault of the 2.
It used to be you couldn't do the same vault twice. Can you now do that?
Yes, you can. And typically what happens is the girls will do a consistent vault that they know they can hit. If they hit it, they'll go for the more difficult vault on the second vault.
Toughest spot of the night, the first competitor. Here she goes.
Nice job. That was a layout Cipolla. You could see she had a little trouble on the landing, came in low, and looked like she kneeled down a little bit. So obviously something she's going to have to do is, I think, pick up her speed on the run. And watch this. She's going to be a little low on the board. She's going to want to hit up higher on the board. That's going to help get her on the horse better. She'll get a better block and have a better chance to land that ball.
She adjusts her steps on it to make sure she hits a little further up on it?
Well, I think it's a matter of, again, you talked about the toughest thing being the first. She's a little tight, a little cold. So the run was a little tight. So let's see if she loosens up the run.
He just said, no, I'm fine, I'm ready.
That's right.
Got the first one out of the way. I suspect this one will be far superior. It's so tough as a senior knowing this is your last state meet. Well, what a great place to finish your career.
Absolutely. And again, vault is, I think, one of the funner events.
Libertyville here as a team, but not figuring in the trophies for this evening.
Much better. Significantly better. And I think she could have opened up the body a little bit more. I mean, she really rocked that vault. Nice job, great landing. All the things we talked about. The run looks a little more fluid. She's going to be a little higher on the board. Nice form, legs together in free flight. And again, you could see she piked her body. That rotated her a little bit more, and she took a step backwards. So I think she could have really showed it off a little bit more, but it's still an outstanding vault.
And she is very happy. What a great job by the senior. She gets a hug from Kurt Austin. They're waiting for the scores. And of course, we've got 4 judges on each event. The scores get averaged, and we'll be seeing that on the board. They're looking up at our beautiful new screens overhead on both sides of the gym. It's always so tough to wait because they're setting a standard also for the rest of the scoring.
That's correct. In effect, yeah, that first score is crucial. And another tough thing about going first we talked about is, you know, the scores tend to build as you go on, so we'll see how well the score holds up.
Well, 9.475 is Courtney's score. I think those are some senior tears realizing that she's not going to have a chance to do this again. They're all the qualifiers on the vault. We used to have about 18 people with all the ties, but now we've got it split up because of hundredths of a point. And you just saw the end of the vault by Allison Khachaturian, the sophomore from Glenview, Glenbrook South.
And that was beautiful. A couple things we're going to look for in vault is height off the vault, distance from the vault, and how well they land. Not only not moving your feet, sticking the landing, but how good your posture is. That's called the layout Tsukahara again. And again, you see she's nice and tall, takes a small step. So we're going to look for a stick, a little more amplitude.
Now, Allison was one of the favorites in the all-around competition and had a similar fate to many kids. The bars seemed to be the nemesis yesterday.
Did she, on her major release move, spectacular bar routine. I mean, if she hits that routine, she's going to make it to bar finals and potentially win it. But she missed the release move. Not only did it knock her out of bars final, but her all-around chances went out the door.
And just a sophomore, there's a coach, Janosowski. And what a stellar athlete this young lady is. Let's see if she can improve on an already great vault. 9.475 is the leader right now.
Beautiful change vaults, and that one was even more spectacular. From my vantage point, I couldn't even see her landing. She traveled so far. That was a handspring front. Entirely different vault group. The first vault, she's rotating backwards. The second vault, rotating forward.
Look at the smile on her face. She knows she hit this one.
Check this out. Excellent speed on the run. Watch how she comes off this horse. Boom! Nice tuck, kicks open. Again, had extra. She could have come out earlier and gone for the stick.
We're going to see some top scores right out early here in this because that was a stellar performance. So she's letting it all hang out after the disappointment in the all-around, just a sophomore. She'll be back. Look at the smile on her coach. Dan Osowski back there with the flowers. And her score is a 9.80. The record is 9.875, so she's just a hair off of that. So that's a score to beat as you look at Allison Barrett, another sophomore, this young lady from Downers Grove North.
And throughout this evening, the competition is going to be outstanding by everyone. It's the little things, the landings, taking those extra steps, that's going to make a difference.
Allison had a little bit of a rougher night last night, but her vault was excellent. There you see her coach, Judy Bussey, there behind, making sure she's got the right mark. And she's ready.
Nice job. Another Tsukahara in an open pipe position. As I mentioned earlier, the Tsukahara is rotating backwards. They do a half turn onto the horse. Now they're turned the other way, so they're flipping backwards. Watch. The half on entry. Here's the turn. She's now turned, rotating backwards. One reason that handspring front vault that Allison Khachaturian did is going to score a little better is the landing is blind in the sense that you're flipping forward, you can't see the landing. On the Tsukahara type vaults, you're going to see the floor a little sooner. It's easier to stick.
Well, it used to be that the Tsukahara was an unusual vault. We looked for that. That was the distinguishing factor. Now that's the most commonplace vault. It's just a matter of who does it better. So if you do something different, judges take notice?
Absolutely. And what happens is you're looking for the highest start value. The more difficult vaults are going to have a higher start value. That's where you get your extra 10th.
Allison preparing for vault number 2.
Oh, again, everything looked great. Thought she was a little higher than she actually was. Kicked out and had to take the low landing.
Looks like she jammed her ankle a little bit on that landing.
It's smarts, believe me. Nice. Run, good on the board. There's the half on. Didn't quite get blocked off as well as her first vault. And again, that's going to hurt your height and your rotation. You can see your shoulders are a little bit in front of the horse. And lets go of her legs early and has to take the fall.
We talked a little bit about the position where you contact the board, and she was a little short on that too. Did you see a nice smile over the side? Okay, I'm okay. I'll take that first one. That's one of the nicest things. It's the only event where you get 2 chances.
Oh, it helps a lot. And again, we're going to see some improvements on that second vault. If the girls hit their first vault, feel comfortable, they're going to go for that harder vault.
Our next competitor will be a junior, Mo Orzechowski. The score for Allison Barrett was 9.475, tying her for second right now. Mo from Rolling Meadows High School, from veteran coach Al Galati.
Beautiful. Another Sukahara in the pike position. The thing that was nice about that vault, beautiful height and the distance. And again, that's something that jumps out at the judges. You know, whoa, nice job. That's where you're going to get your extra tenths. Nice entry. You can see how open her body is on the horse. And again, way off the horse. And of course, it's a relief to the coach who's standing there thinking, great, I don't have to step in on this.
Al gives her a hug. Mo from a long line of sisters who competed for Rolling Meadows as she prepares for her second vault. Concentrating, had a great night last night. Really performed well.
Now look for the landing. There it is, the Sukahara. Oh, and again, I think what we're seeing now is they're really going after that stuck landing, coming out a little early and having to take the fall. But again, you got to do it. You've landed your first vault, you took a step, you got to go for the stick.
Well, we take a look at how close these competitors have been. It's going to be the very littlest thing.
And again, the thinking is they call it overcorrection. She over-rotated her first vault, so her mind is saying, hey, I got to take a little off if I'm going to stick it. Over-corrected, went too far the other way, has to put the hands down.
You're looking for the third vault, we'd have it perfectly, right?
Yeah.
9.425 for Mo as Jenna Galecki, the stellar freshman who is in all 4 events tonight. You're having the pleasure of seeing her from Lyons Township and represents the chance for Lyons to score in every event. So we'll certainly be looking to see whether she improves her 9.575 from last night. .9.8 is the vault to beat. And of course, she needs points for team as Lyons is all behind her, and an individual title.
Nice job. Another Sukahara vault. I'm going to call it a layout Suk. In other words, the body was open, but I think the judges are going to want to see if she does the same vault, to see if she can open her body up a little bit more. Let's take a look. You'll see the body's extended, but there's still a slight bend in her hips. There's the half on. See her body's open, but you see the slight bend in her hips? So the judge is going to say, hey, I'll give you the layout suit, but I may take a 10th off because your body's bent a little bit. So let's see in the second vault if she can open those hips up and take the hands off her legs.
Knowing that she's stuck it, it's a lot easier to go and open it out.
Got to go for it.
I tell you, these young ladies, she's a freshman, but boy, she doesn't perform like one.
Oh, it's great. I love to see the young girls coming in, and I think she got a taste of some real pressure at this competition, and she, I'm sure, took a lot of experience home from this weekend's competition. Great. Two things improved. I felt the body was opened up a little bit more and stuck the landing. I think we may have an increase in the team score. Let's see what the judges do.
Well, again, her score last night was 9.575. And there's definitely room for improvement in there.
Nice job. Again, I think the body was open more. And again, nails the landing.
Her teammates loved it, and they're certainly hoping. With 3/10 separating the 3 teams for second, third, and fourth, everything's going to make the difference between a medal. And she is the performer on 4 events for them. As we mentioned, Oswego and St. Charles each have 2, so they certainly have more chances. And Jenna gave them a great start as we await her score.
Score for Jenna Galecki. Score is 9.55.
Her score is 9.55, so no improvement at this point over last night. So there will be no improvement in the team score, but it does put her, or vault her, into second place, alone.
And it looks like you're going to really have to rock a vault to get a score tonight.
Somebody's going to have to really wow the judges. And let's see if it's going to be Ashley Henning.
If there's anyone who can, it is Ashley Henning.
Ashley's a sophomore from the defending champs, Palatine Prem. So she's been in the gym with all the talent and the pressure just at practice.
And Ashley is a real happy-go-lucky kid. She loves to have a good time. In fact, I just saw her laughing her head off. She's ready to compete, and she's over there cracking a joke.
She's a high school sophomore. This is fun.
That's the right attitude.
And I think Fremd as a team experienced an awful lot of pressure this year. They want to do it again as a group effort. And so let's see what Ashley does to help out.
Wow.
Oh, there's a wow.
Unbelievable. Handspring front. We may have not only an improvement on the team score, but we may have a new record with a vault like that.
9.87 is the record.
Watch this.
Oh.
And obviously you can tell just from the run, Ashley moves. Powerful. Look at her lead the horse. Boom. The horse isn't even in the picture anymore. Kicks out, and nails the vault.
And there's the blind move that you see. There's Diane Kelly, one of the assistant coaches, the mother of Marianne Kelly, who's now competing at the University of Minnesota. Oh, she's got to be pleased with that. Why even do the second vault?
Because I saw her warm it up. She's got a more difficult vault that she's going to perform. It's great because how do you outdo that first vault?
Well, it's kind of nice knowing that if I have a difficult one and I have a little trouble, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's absolutely correct. Watch this. Great speed. Check it out.
Yeah. Oh, that's why.
Same vault, added a half twist. Beautiful.
And she is thrilled, and her coach, Larry Petrillo, it's like, I did it. I really did it. Look at her. This is what high school athletics is all about, the pure joy of competing.
Watch this. Again, excellent explosion off the horse. She's got basically all day. Fantastic. Handspring front with a half turn. Again, the only thing she could have done better is stuck the landing. Look at that. Boom. Open body. Doesn't even have to tuck. What a tremendous vault.
She is one powerful young lady. Well, we see a 9-9 up on one of the judges. Let's see what the average is. Oh, she is happy. She's being, Ashley Ekstrom is just jumping up and down. Her score is coming up, and it's a 9.875. So by our records, that puts her certainly into first place and also ties the record for this event. How tough is it to come after that? You're a freshman from Libertyville, Brianna Pot, to come after a ball like that.
You know, you basically focus on what your task is at hand. I remember going through it as a young athlete, having to go after some of the older guys, and yeah, it's intimidating, but again, at this point, you focus on your vaults and do the best you can. Nice job. Sukahara again in the open pike position.
A very young crew this year in the vault competition.
And that just means more excitement next year, because hopefully these girls are just going to get better. Sukahara, there's the open. Again, the body's bent at the hips. And we call it, you know, there's a closed pike position when the legs are going to be closer to the face, and the open pike is where there's only a slight bend in the hips.
Now that she stuck that one, she can relax a little bit and let this one go.
I thought, again, better vault. The only thing she could have improved on is that landing, but otherwise, great form, nice block off the horse. There's a little smile.
It's so exciting to see. What you hope for in a state meet is to have everybody perform at their best, and then just see whose best is the best.
Nice run. A little bit back on the board, but still enough to come around. And again, we see the step. And something they've allowed the athletes to use in the last couple years are those 8-inch landing mats. And what has happened as the sport has evolved, obviously the difficulty has gotten much greater. And the girls are trying more difficult skills. They're higher in the air. The landings obviously can become more dangerous, so they're letting them use those landing mats. Great on saving your bones, but it's a little harder to stick your landings in those.
You know, I hadn't thought about that, but of course it's like any pillowy surface. You can't, not quite as balanced. There you see the score for Brianna, 9.425, tying her with Mo Orzechowski. So with 4 vaulters left, your leader is Ashley Henning from Fremd, followed by Allison Khachaturian, and here comes one of the young ladies we talked about in the open, Amanda Kaufman from Stephenson. And she was also named before the meet as the Senior Gymnast of the Year.
Beautiful. Layout Tsukahara. Impeccable form. One thing we're going to look for, I was watching closely. She was a little bit back on the board. And basically, you could look at it this way. We talked about that distance from the vaulting horse. Let's take a look at this. We'll see she's back on the board. Basically, if she can hit the board up higher, see how far down she is? Such a powerful athlete, she's able to overcome it. Got to work on the stick, but if she can get up higher on the board, she's going to add 2 feet onto her vault distance.
She is very short on the replay. We have the advantage of seeing it slow motion. Amanda Kaufman is almost like a classic gymnast. If you were to look at a young lady and say, this is a gymnast, she fits that picture.
Absolutely, and one of the reasons she's so consistent is she's so strong, and that's the strength is going to make you consistent.
She had the best score last night.
Oh. Great vault again. Same vault, the Tsukahara layup position. Tried to add the half turn. And I was watching again closely, still back on the board, and I think that would have made the difference. If she could have got up on that board, it would have given her a little extra lift. That's the kind of vault, though, that would have put her right at the top. Get back on the board, but still, beautiful form, opened up. Just, again, what happens, now she's turned forward, you lose your sense of where the floor is, the landing's a lot more difficult. So right here, she loses the floor. She's kind of, it's a feeling. Where's the floor? Do I stay in my pike? Do I open up? And just guessed that she was a little higher than she was and had to take the fall.
Is it my imagination, or is her form a little tighter than some of the other gymnasts?
No, and again, it's neat that you noticed it. Very tight, beautiful, and not only the body position, but the toes. And
the finishing touches.
Exactly, and that's why she's consistently at the top.
She's 9.775, so you can really tell what that kind of form and that kind of experience would have been just the difference had she been able to stick that second one with the difficulty. Jeni White coming up right now from Wilmette Loyola Academy. Jeni has one of the most unusual beam routines and unfortunately fell last night. We won't get to see it, so let's watch her vault.
Yeah, the mat moved.
Sure did. She was there.
She was right there and looked like she was going to stick it.
She was in flight.
Beautiful vault. Has everything we were talking about. The speed on the run is really what sets this off. Boom, off the horse. Beautiful tuck. Can you see the mat shifting on her?
It's not tied down, right?
No, and sometimes they do, but what's happened is like they're moving mats in and out. And I know this time her coach is going to have his heels dug in at the far end of that vault.
That was so fluky because she was there easily. She rotated certainly far enough. Let's see if she can, it'll stay put and she can stay put with it.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Nice job.
Just what you said. Steve Schwabe from Palatine was sitting there bracing his body to hold that mat.
Beautiful vault. The handspring vault that's going to score a little higher. And I actually feel the first vault was a little better. I think on this vault, it's hard to tell, but they call it a high pre-flight. I think she came on a little high, didn't get as much push as she wanted. But again, we talk about that air sense. She felt it, she stayed in her tuck, and still pulled off the landing. Let's watch. Normally, you want to come into the horse a little lower and get a stronger push, but still, I think you sense it. I got to stay in my tuck, and still pulls it off.
Well, Jeni was pleased with it, and that's what's so important. She's a senior, and her score is a 9.625. With 2 vaulters remaining, It is from Downers Grove South, Jody Reinhardt.
Nice job. Same problem I just talked about. Got in trouble with the high pre-flight. She was trying the Sukahara in the layout position. But again, if you come onto the horse too high, you're not going to get strong enough push. Let's watch. Let's see what I'm talking about. Again, everything looks great. Nice speed. She's got a good jump on the board. But little high, her feet have gone across the horse. She's not able to push. And of course, hinders her height and her rotation. Let's see if she can come in a little lower and get a stronger push off the horse. There it is. Yeah, all right, nice vault. Exceptional vault, actually. Had everything we talked about. Height, nice form, and we'll get to see it again here. I keep talking about opening up that layout position. Watch how she totally extends. So there's no questions. This is a layout. Watch. See the hips open up? That's a layout. And again, unfortunately, had to take the step because that was a fantastic vault. Watch, this is even a better angle. Watch. See the hips open up?
Oh, very nice.
Now there's no question in the judges' minds. That is a layout position.
Look at that smile. She is thrilled.
You gotta love that second vault.
Boy, the pressure, and that's your vet for the night, 9.60 for Jody. So a great job. And this will be our final competitor in the vault for this evening, Chlorine Patera, another one of the stellar Frem Vikings. They have 8 competitors here in the event finals, which is unbelievable.
And that's all part of that feeder program and the depth. Great. Sukahara in that open pipe position, and again, the vault was good enough where I think she could have laid it out. We may see that on the second vault.
I think they're discussing what they're going to do, Coach Petrillo.
Beautiful block. Look at that. Way over Larry's head. Fantastic. And obviously, so much energy went right past the landing. Had to take a big step.
The speed and strength are two very obvious things that have changed over the last few years with the conditioning programs and the experiences that they've had as younger gymnasts.
And again, part of the success that the girls are going to have to do to continue making it to this level is staying in shape. And obviously, if your skill level is going to increase, you've got to get stronger. Nice job. Got her rotation under control. Still had to take a step, but it was smaller, so I think the second vault is going to score a little better.
Two nice smiles by two of the Vikings.
And again, same vault, the Sukahara on the open pike. Got a nicer block off the horse, and I think she anticipated, let go of her legs a little sooner, and had a better landing.
Got a real good
Nice
look at how
job.
that board just jumped out of there. You can really see the springiness in it. It's so nice to have your teammates around. It's so much easier to come as a member of a team than it is to compete as an individual. And her score is I believe it's a 9.55. Yes, it is. So Ashley Henning officially is able to hang on with that 9.875, tying the state record for the vault on a stunning vault, and hugs all around for the Vikings. Unofficially, one of the events of the 4 is in the books. I'd like to remind you that the broadcast rights for this championship event have been granted to Fox Sports Chicago by the Illinois High School Association. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Fox Sports Chicago and the IHSA is prohibited. Presenting awards this evening will be the principal of Palatine High School, Nancy Robb, and Sherry Wilcox, the meet manager. Here are the results that are now official, and it is Ashley Henning with the record-tying 9.875, sophomore Allison Khachaturian with a 9.8, Amanda Kaufman, one of our country company's players to watch, 9.775, Jeni White, the senior finishing her career. Jody Reinhardt, Jenna Galecki, and Chlorine Patera tied for 6th. Tie at 8, Courtney Morgan and Allison Bennett, and Moer Zakowski and Brianna Pot. And now let's listen to Mark Wilcox as he gives the awards.
In 4th place, with a score of 9.625 points from Loyola Academy, Jeni White. In 3rd place, with a score of 9.775 from Stephenson High School, Amanda Kaufman. And in 2nd place, with a score of 9.8 from Glenbrook South High School, Allison Khachaturian. And in 1st place, with a score of 9.875 points from Fremd High School, the 1999 Illinois State vaulting champion is Ashley Henning.
There's an outstandingly happy sophomore from Fremd High School, Ashley Henning. Here's the vault that won the gold.
And really, there's no doubt, it was just a tremendous vault. Excellent height, beautiful distance, and of course, nails the landing, everything you gotta have to win the vault competition. And this is her 2nd vault. Handspring, front, half turn, just tremendous. Has all day to look for the landing. Small step, but again, the difficulty was so outstanding. She still could win the event.
That's why this is so much fun. So there are the vault champions. And coming up, uneven bars. Stay with us.
Our next event will be uneven parallel bars.
The frenzy of Illinois high school basketball's March Madness tips off tomorrow on Fox Sports Chicago with live coverage of the girls' Class A tournament semifinals and championship game. Our coverage begins live from Redbird Arena at 11 a.m. Please note that the championship game will be on Fox Sports Chicago Plus. Call your local cable operator for the channel number. For the most complete coverage of IHSA March Madness, stay tuned to Fox Sports Chicago, the official home of the IHSA State Championships. And our next event is my personal favorite, the uneven parallel bars. There will be 10 competitors. The first will be Lindsay Mariinsky, a senior from Barrington High School. And here are the rest of the entree. Stacy Majira from Barrington. We'll have to see if her ankle is going to hold up. Jaime Garbowsky, Brianna Pot, Elissa Cipolla, Ashley Henning, Erica Wilson, Aya Cruzi, Stephanie Stromberg, and Jenna Galecki. And here we go.
Lindsay moving very nice. Again, we talked a little bit about form on vault. There's a beautiful giant sequence, blind change in the front giants. Fantastic body position.
Ironically, the toughest event yesterday, seemingly.
Beautiful giants again. Here's a dismount double back.
All right.
Way to go. Lindsay really sets the pace.
And she is being mobbed by the rest of the fillies, her teammates, as this crowd gives her a round of appreciative applause. Great start.
And I remember in years past, bars was even a problem event in finals.
And usually, however somebody starts, everybody finishes. So this is great.
Here's the mid portion of her routine. Again, this is called a back giant. Now she's going to half turn, I'm sorry, it's a dismount and the double back.
Stuck.
Nails it, great job.
Oh, she is thrilled. She just can't wait to see that score come up. All you hope for is that you put your best on the line. And for a senior, there's nothing sweeter than be here with your team, Barrington returning after a couple years absence, and to perform like that. And she is a happy young lady. Look at her smile. She can't believe it. 9.65. So she set the benchmark up, and Stacy Majira, the all-around champion, our country company's athlete to watch.
Stacy starts the same way. This is a backup right side handstand. Beautiful. And a ginger. Nice job. A very high-level release move. Shoot over the low bar. Clear hip hack to high bar. Into the Giants. And now the dismount. Beautiful.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. That's why she's the all-around champ.
Back-to-back routines. Again, I did not see any major form breaks. All the difficulty. Beautiful combination.
Mariinsky improved Barrington's total score.
There's the Giants.
7-5.
And another double back. And another beautiful landing.
Well, she didn't look very tentative at all on that landing, I was glad to see. There you see her, a player to watch, Stacy Majira, the junior all-around champion, hugging her teammates with a smile befitting a champion. Boy, Barrington, they got to be thrilled with back-to-back performances like that, because it's unusual to draw that. What happens, of course, after the prelims is they draw for position, and they just happen to draw one, too.
And both girls from Barrington had the top scores going into preliminaries.
So interesting to start out that way. And up next is Jaime Garbowsky, the runner-up in the all-around competition from Jacob High School in Algonquin. Our first chance to see her.
Our third performer on the uneven bars from Jacob High School, Jaime Garbowsky.
The score for Stacy Majira, 9.6750, improves the team score, .150, and puts her in the lead.
Jaime on the high bar, cast handstand. Another ginger, great job. Shoot over the low. And now she's gonna get ready for a dismount. Kip cast. Two Giants. Beautiful double back.
Hold it. All right.
Did you see her working on that landing? Excellent amplitude on both. The release move, the ginger, I mean, over the bar, and the dismount, way over the bar.
It's a hug from Stacy.
And really the only difference from the first two routines is the landing. Took a small step. Watch how high she is on this dismount. Way up there. And you can see her walk, look, right here. Oh, fighting it, and there's the step.
There's the grin of concession. Well, I have to take a little way. There's something so exciting about the bars. They have to keep the movements flowing and the strength that's involved. And it's so many kids that have success at 3 events, and then until they're strong enough, this one just eludes them.
You're absolutely correct. Bars for the girls is typically the hardest event, even as a young girl training, because it's the only true upper body event for the girls. Vault, floor, balance beam, they're on their legs. Bars, it's only your arms, upper body strength.
So we tend to see the older girls doing a little bit better on these events, or lighter, very light girls.
But also, there's a fear factor, as there is on balance beam, but there's a fear factor on bars. It's a scary event. I mean, what you're required to do now to be a high-level gymnast, it gets scary.
You're essentially doing high bar moves on uneven parallel bars. The score for Jaime, 9.525, so she improved significantly over last night, so she's got to feel good about that. That won't help her team because she's here as an individual, but it does bring up Libertyville looking for some points. Brianna Pot, who's in her second event tonight. We saw her on the vault.
Beautiful clear hip. Pirouette. Straddle back. Oh, some trouble on that. Had to bend her legs and touch the floor. Beautiful back upright clear up handstand. Working through the giants. Beautiful form. Toe on front. Nice job. Very nice. Unfortunately, had a little trouble on that straddle back. Had to bend her legs, and she actually touched her feet on the floor.
The part that's always amazing to me in this event is how they make things up sometimes when they get in trouble. And you never even know it wasn't part of the original routine.
One thing I'm impressed with so far is, again, all the girls, very nice form. This dismounts a toe on front. We haven't seen that yet tonight. And again, the difficulty in that is it's a blind landing. You really got to have a sense for where the floor is.
We're waiting for Brianna's score. The score to beat is a 9.750, as the benchmark was set by Stacy Majira, the second competitor up. It's so hard to wait for your scores, because everything depends on what someone else thinks.
And I was thinking about this the other day. Gymnastics, the scoring aspect is subjective. You're not going against the clock, or you're not going against an individual per se. But again, it's plus or minus. The suspense is tremendous, but obviously sometimes you feel like there was a mistake made, but that's just the way it goes.
Her score is a 9.175. I'll tell you what, these judges do a fantastic job. Kathy Krebs is the chairperson and the meet referee, and she's been doing it for years, and so have most of these judges, and they are actually arriving at an achievement of their own. To be named a judge at the state meet is also an achievement that's wonderful, and we can't thank them enough for all of the things that they do. As we look at Elissa Cipolla from Buffalo Grove, a junior.
Swing half turn. Very unique, a giant on the low bar. Right from a shoot over to the giant, works her way back to the high bar. Small break on that cast handstand. Beautiful blind change pirouette. And a double back dismount.
Oh,
great
nice
job. We saw some very unique things, some very unique combinations. Now let's watch. She's working her way into the there's the small form break I was talking about. Now watch this. Giant swing. She's going to do what's called a blind change. Half turn, and then immediately pirouettes back to where she started. Beautiful combination. And of course, her dismount, another beautiful double back. Look at the height. Nice job.
And a nice smile. Buffalo Grove's been here as a team for several years, and they've undergone a coaching change, and so the kids are getting used to it, and they certainly will do well with young ladies like that. And here's a happy young lady who's probably just hard to come down from her performance on the vault. See if she can control that adrenaline and put it on the bars.
Score for Elissa Cipolla.
Alyssa's score is a 9.425, so that's a great improvement for her over last night as well. Remember, those scores don't count, but it's nice to feel that you've done better the second night. Ashley Henning, the vault champion, will be next up on bars.
Our next competitor from Fremont
And she's
High
as
School,
loose and as relaxed as she was on the vault.
You know, I think sometimes it's a nervous reaction to smile, but in general, Ashley's a real easy-go-lucky kid. Beautiful cast handstand. There's another Ginger. Tremendous.
Whoa, what height.
Straddle back. Nice job gliding out. And again, on the straddle backs, it's nice if you hit the handstand, it's not required. Back in the giants. There's that blind change. Right to a front turn.
She saved it.
Very nice set. And something you mentioned earlier about how quickly bar is moving. Obviously, one of the requirements on bars is you're not allowed to stop. And something, obviously, bar finals, all the girls are good. But what the judges are looking for is combinations. There's the Ginger. Beautiful height, way over the bar. That's a back flip with a half turn. Here's that straddle back again. Very nice. little short of the handstand, but again, not a deduction.
Anytime you do those release moves, everybody in collective holding of the breath here in the gym.
And those are the same release moves that caused some of our top athletes not to be on bar finals because they missed it in preliminaries. And there's the dismount. We haven't seen. It was a forward moving dismount in the front with a layout and a half twist.
Almost looked like a surfer trying to get her balance there on the board.
It looks and feels like that sometimes.
And her score is a 9.475, so Frem will not improve their team score with that. Though they certainly have been chipping away. There's a nice smile by Ashley, and it's going to bring up the next competitor will be Erica Wilson, the sophomore for St. Charles. So this is our first athlete from St. Charles, one of their 2 competitors for this evening, and everything is going to be crucial here. Had a 9-3 last night, plenty of room to pick up some team points.
But again, as an athlete, you don't want to think about that. Obviously, you just want to focus on the task at hand. And again, though, you don't have to say it. The girls know.
They know.
They know. They know how it works. So it's really a matter of how focused can you stay. There's the straddle back to handstand I was talking about. Again, very impressive. Looked great.
There's very long lines.
Small break on the cast handstand. Beautiful giants. Double back. Oh, nice job. And again, I know you're looking for that stick. That's that extra 10th or 2 that we talked about.
A nice set. You know, coaches talk about the team scores and what it's going to mean, but most athletes come to tonight. If you can just get through to tonight, you have fun.
Oh, absolutely. But as we talked about, there's a little added pressure with these teams vying for that second place team trophy. And you mentioned how tall she is. It is absolutely gorgeous when the taller athletes swing bars. But it is a disadvantage in the sense that it is harder to move your body around with that low bar in the way. There's the double back, and of course, a little short, had to take the big step. But still, beautiful routine.
For those of you that aren't used to watching these events, those bars actually spread different distances depending on the heights of athletes and also the heights of the bars, so they're very adjustable.
Generally, though, due to the level of the sport and the skills the girls are doing, there's one maximum setting, and the girls generally have it maxed out all the time.
They all use it. Look at that smile. It is so neat to see kids happy with what they've done, and she does improve, 9.375. So the Saints pick up some extra points, and we have 3 competitors remaining in the uneven parallel bars, our second event of the evening here at the state championships, and you're looking at Liz Aya Cruzi, another senior from a wild kid from Evanston Township.
Nice straddle back. Beautiful cast handstand. Very neat. And giants facing the low bar. Very unusual. Great hit.
Oh, my
Over the low
goodness.
bar. Great job. Really basically turned her routine around backwards.
Very unique. I wasn't sure she was going to clear the low bar on her dismount.
Now watch, right there, really nails the handstand. She's going to do one giant, the blind change turn. Now she's facing a low bar. You never see this. And again, we talked about the height. She has to bend her knees to get by the low bar. And here's the toe in front over the low bar. Obviously, your margin of error has just decreased significantly. Tremendous originality in that routine.
We saw the toe on front dismount earlier, but going the other direction.
Right, and obviously the skill is hard enough as it is, but now you have to make sure that the height and the rotation is there over and past the low bar.
And her score is going to be a 9.450. Which is exactly what she had last night. Might be a little bit disappointed in that score, but she can't be disappointed with the response of the crowd to that routine.
Oh, very original,
Crowd-loved
pleasing routine.
Our 9th competitor of the evening, another from Vikings, Stephanie Stromberg. Stephanie's a junior.
Straddle back, across the low. And we see a lot of the same components. Beautiful back uprise handstand. Nice giant, look at the extension, the speed. Beautiful, that's called a Komanic, named after the famous Romanian gymnast. And great landing, great height. Another unique dismount we've seen tonight.
We usually see one Komanic during the night, and that's the first one we'd seen. Thrown by Stephanie Stromberg as she's mobbed by her teammates. Another long gymnast who looks good swinging bars.
Looks great, and again, when you add on the beautiful, the tight legs, the beautiful toe point.
Definitely the finishing touch so many of the Frem Vikings have, which is why they've been state champions for so many years.
Here's fantastic back upraise, clear hip handstand, just nails it. Great speed, and again, for a long body to move your giants that quickly, it's very difficult. Here's the Komanic, and again, the advantage is the difficulty is the same as all the other dismounts, but the half turn allows you to see the landing earlier, giving you the opportunity to stick it.
Well, everybody seems happy with her score. As we wait to see what it is, the Vikings are thrilled.
Score for Stephanie Stromberg, 9.45.
9.45, so up again goes the Frem Viking score.
Our final competitor,
.125 up again.
Lions Township High School, Jenna Galecki.
And it's going to bring up the final competitor on the uneven bars, Jenna Galecki, the unbelievable freshman from Lions, who holds the fate of her team as well in her hands for this evening. And doesn't seem to be fazed by it at all.
I was just going to say, I wonder if she can keep that in the back of her mind. Cast handstand. Beautiful giants. Oh, beautiful blind change. She's going to shoot over the low bar. Oh, big trouble on that shoot over the low. Had to drag her feet on the glove. Toe on front. Nice job.
Nice dismount, stuck it.
Beautiful routine, unfortunately, really gave up any chance of increasing her score from last night when she touched her feet after shooting over the low bar.
This evening was an improvement over her total last night. It was an
Her
improvement.
coach was named the Coach of the Year by the Coaches Association.
Here it is, and right here. Shoot, you can see, didn't quite get support on her arms, which is going to enable her to hold her feet up. Had to touch the feet. It's a large deduction.
And to see what the score is, as we see the finish in her dismount.
Keeps her composure, toe on front, great landing.
As we await Jenna's score, it appears that our champion will come right out of the second position, and the all-around champ may pick up her first individual event medal if Stacy Majira's score hangs out at 9.750, and it will do so. 9.250 for Jenna. So unofficially, the champion in the uneven parallel bars will go to Stacy Majira, and her teammate, Lindsay Mariinsky, who went bang, bang right out of the chute, should finish in second. Coming up, we'll have the uneven parallel bar awards and the all-around. And a great crowd taking a look at it. We want to make sure that you also remember that for the most complete coverage of IHSA sports action, tune in every week to the IHSA Sportsnet. Host Tom Waddle brings you all the highlights and recaps of the week's biggest games. IHSA Sportsnet, the official weekly highlight show of the IHSA, can be seen this Sunday at 6 p.m.
37.50 points from Oswego High School, Jessica Bell.
And we're in the process of awarding the last night's completed all-around medals, being presented by Sherry Wilcox. And now let's go to Mark Wilcox, her husband, on the PA.
In fourth place with a total score of 37.575 points from Stephenson High School, Amanda Kaufman.
Had a great comeback on floor after disappointing bars to get fourth.
In third place with a score of 37.80 total points from Lions Township High School, Jenna Galecki.
Certainly having a freshman year to remember.
Very youthful event.
In second place,
this
total
week,
score of
this weekend, and
37.95975
Lions
total points from
is gonna be a
Jacobs
team
High
to
School,
watch.
Jaime Garbowsky. And in first place, with a total score of 38.275 points from Barrington High School, the 1999 Illinois State All-Around Champion is Stacy Majira.
A wide open competition was won by Stacy Majira last night.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 1999 Illinois State medalists in the all-around.
Those are the young ladies who competed in all 4 events and came out the 5 top gymnasts in the state. Stacy Madera's total all-around score was 38.275.
And she really didn't win it until the last event.
It was
On the
so
balance
close.
beam.
Those are the results, and it looks like she won rather handily, but it was very nip and tuck until that point. It was, everything was crucial because everyone had difficulty on bars, and of course we had beam and floor last night.
Right, and some of the girls like Allison Khachaturian and some of the girls down 8th, 9th, 10th position easily could have been 1, 2, 3. But we talked about some of the misses in preliminaries. And again, competition at this level, the girls are all so good that any bobble is going to knock you down a couple spots.
Now let's take a look at the next awards that will be presented. The uneven bars, officially now, Stacy Majira, your all-around champ, we just saw crowned for that event, is also the bar champ, coming out of the 2nd position. And she had to top her teammate, Mariinsky, also from Barrington. They just went 1, 2, great performances with super form.
Aya Cruzi from
Jaime Garbowsky was 3rd in the all-around. Ashley Henning was Aya Cruzi. And here they come to receive the well-deserved awards from their bar sets. Proving how close the competition is, we have a tie right up.
Really, was there any major breaks on bars? We had a couple form execution errors, but really one of the better bar finals events we've seen in the last couple of years.
That's the way it's supposed to be. I'll do my best, you do yours, and take that and see who scores.
You know, in any competition you watch, or the competitions I've been in, you sometimes, obviously you want to win, but I used to like when
in 3rd place,
because then you knew, hey, everyone was at their best.
From Jacobs High School,
And I still pulled it
Jeni
off.
Grabowski.
Jaime Garbowsky winning another medal after winning an all-around. Now she's got one for the uneven parallel bars. Can't quite figure out where to go. It's the only problem she's had all night.
In 2nd place with a score of 9.65 points from Barrington High School, Mariinsky. Lindsay Mariinsky.
What a great way for this senior to finish out her career.
And unusual, too, that the first 2 performers
In first place,
finished
with a score of
1-2.
9.75 points from Barrington High School, the 1999 Illinois State Champion on the uneven parallel bars is Stacy Majira.
It's good to see Stacy walking so well. She did take a little fall and apparently looked to have hurt an ankle during warm-ups, but she's certainly walking normally. I hope she can compete the rest of the night.
Yeah, I know that the major question for her is going to be floor, and we'll find out if, in fact, she will compete on that event. But it had no impact on her bars this evening.
Not to our eye.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 1999 Illinois State medalists on the uneven parallel bars.
And again, we talked about how fluid the routines are, the combinations, the big release moves. There's the Ginger. Beautiful height, small execution error. Really the only break in the routine. Look how nice she moves, how tight the body is. Another unique skill, the clear up hack tie bar. Beautiful form. And again, watch the nice height, nails the landing. All the pieces you're looking for in a championship level routine.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a happy champion, and we're only halfway through the evening. If you like to hold your breath, you'll be happy about the next event. It's the balance beam. The balance beam, headed up by Kristin Philippa, the freshman from Fremd High School. So important for the first competitor to stay on, as it seems whatever number 1 does, everybody else does.
Moving very nicely, some very unique dance moves. And you'll see that when the girls start their routines, generally, they'll start with some basic skills, I think, to just get comfortable up there. And now you'll see she'll move into her more difficult tumbling passes. Back handspring, back handspring.
Nice.
Beautiful. Slight bobble, but nothing major.
Flexibility.
Beautiful scale. Beautiful switch leap. Right to it. Another 2 jumps. Those are called wolf jumps. Round off. Again, nails it. No bobbles.
Now you just want to get off.
Round off, full twist. Great job.
That is great, Rob, to see that first competitor get right up there and be solid.
And really, that's the trend this evening. We mentioned it on bars, but now I think about it. Vault and, again, the first beam routine, excellent consistency. I mean, I don't think there's been any major breaks.
Not at all. And in fact, this is the only event where a returning champ is competing this evening.
Here's her dismount. Round off. Backward flip stretched out with a full twist. Again, her biggest break were the steps on the landing. Here's another look at the same dismount. Very nice. Gonna look for a little more height, but, in general, great routine.
Great start for the freshman. And we're going to have bookends, actually, for Fremd. They're going to lead it off and finish it up. And Ashley Ekstrom, who won this event last year, gets to go last. So what a nice build-up. Defending champ getting the chance to know what everyone else has done. A lot of little housekeeping going on because, of course, everybody has different directions they dismount, different tricks for mounts. And the crew here at Palatine High School, over 100 volunteers donate their time to make this event run. And it doesn't happen by accident, I'll tell you. 9.375, so whoa, not only has she done a great job, but .175 again for Fremd. There's the lineup for the balance beam event this evening. Only 10 competitors. And you see the Fremd at the top and Fremd at the bottom. And a great lineup in between. And 2 of our highlight athletes, Amanda Kaufman and Stacy Caprica. I'm sorry, Erica Caprica will also be in the middle. And Stacy Majira, if her ankle's doing okay. And we suspect she's going to be okay for at least this event. A sigh of release. Kristin goes, okay, I'm through that. Now I'll let everybody else come after me.
That's right. And beam is obviously very unique. Basically, it's a combination of floor skills, tumbling, and dance. And the way the routine has to be put together, you have to combine those things. You need a dance pass, you need an aerial tumbling pass, and then you need a combo of those, a dance and flipping tumbling type pass. And of course, the girls have to go from different levels. So again, look for some very unique dance skills, things that you may see during a floor routine. And obviously the difficulty is you have to put it on the 4-inch beam.
4 inches wide and 4 feet up.
That's correct.
Jenna Galecki, the third of her 4 events this evening, the freshman from Lyons Township. Has competed with a lot of maturity for a freshman here this evening. Oh, yes.
Awesome mount.
I've seen that tried many times in the meet, but not so often done as well as that.
And that's the thing where, again, she's going to get bonus, fulfill some of her requirements, and of course, sticks it. No deductions. Oh, another tremendous pass. Flip-flop layout, step out.
Difficulty right out of the box.
One of the most basic requirements on balance beam is the full twist. And you can do it any manner of ways. And typically, we'll see it, hopefully we won't see it, but a lot of times on that simplest of skills, that's where the girls will have trouble.
Unique changes of level. Jenna showing a definite flair.
And wolf jump, again, not one of the most complicated jumps. And you can see the bobble where she gave up a couple tenths. Standing back.
And held it. Oh,
Great
yes.
save.
She has difficulty everywhere in this routine.
And that whistle you heard is a warning. The girls have to have the routine a certain length. Beautiful dismount, round of fall, small step, whistle. It's actually the first time I've heard a whistle. Usually you use a bell.
Look at it.
She's pumped because she stayed on. It was a great routine.
But you're right, usually you don't hear the whistle.
And it kind of shocked me. I'm thinking, geez, the girls are going to get knocked right off. But the routine has to be a certain length, a certain time, and yet it cannot go over a certain time. So that was a warning. Here's that mount. Look at it. Open and just nails it. And again, up on 4 inches. Can you imagine?
Totally
if you're off
blind.
an inch either way?
Terrific.
Beautiful dismount. Nice height. Look at the form. Perfect. Small sideways step. Great routine. And again, this is why she is medaling in the all-around. On the most difficult event, it's one of her best.
Well, and you know, we know that she had a lot of room for, she had a 9.2 last night, certainly a nice score, but plenty of room for improvement for her in this event particularly.
Great point. I forgot about that.
So her teammates, I tell you what, when she was trying to hold that leap and the standing back, they were all hugging each other like, please, Jenna, please stay on. I think they, by mental telepathy, kept her on the beam. They look at them, cross their fingers. They are so wanting these points. Everything is so tight right now.
And by the screams, I think we have an improvement in the team score.
I think you're right about that. Just remains to be seen how much. Oh, yes. 9.450, so a 0.25 improvement. Quarter of a point. That's huge in gymnastics. So every little bit. And right now, that's your new leader. And it's going to bring up one of the most elegant gymnasts, Amanda Kaufman, who you saw was awarded the Senior Athlete of the Year, the Stephenson Senior. Seems like she's been here forever. And every year she's treated us to fantastic performances.
Obviously, one of the most consistent athletes we've seen. And again, just by the fact that she's in beam finals, if you can do well on beam, you're already a step closer to being a great all-rounder.
The thing that amazes me about Amanda is the polish, the extension, the little things, the toe, the tight. A step above.
That's what it takes. There's the tumbling acro pass. Beautiful football. And I'm still amazed, and I've been watching this for years, how they can stick those without moving like that.
Kinesthetic awareness in a gymnast is amazing. Knowing where your body is in space.
And again, we're watching her move through some of the level changes that are required. There's a unique jump, the wolf jump that we've seen, but with the twist. Standing layout step out. And again, there's that combo where she did an acro type skill and then a dance leap afterwards.
Okay, the dismount.
Ooh, a little trouble there. I think that was supposed to be a round up back with a full twist. Looked like she kind of got lost. Like maybe I'm supposed to do a half. Oh, it's a full. The only break in the routine, again, is on the landing.
She's looking back at like her coach, Judy Harwood, gives her a big hug. So many hours, and days, and months spent in the gym. It's a partnership, coach and athlete.
Here's the dismount, and watch. She's got the height, and again, it looks like she gets lost for a second and does not get the twist initiated and only does 3/4 instead of a full twist.
It was really unusual, for sure. The scream that you heard was the crowd reacting to the improved scores by Frem. They have now gone over the 150 mark as a team score, 150.225. It's not going to change the team standing in that regard, but it certainly makes them feel great. This team perhaps has worked harder than many of the others in having to bring depth to the lineup. And her score is a 9.450 for Amanda Kaufman. And so she does improve her team score as well and ties her for the lead right now, along with Jenna Galecki. Marissa Pascenti, our first chance to see the youngster from St. Bede, a senior, closing out her career. We'll also see her on the floor act.
Oh, obviously we saw the break, the fall. We saw one of the girls mount with the front flip, and again, nowadays it's not unusual to see a punch front on the beam. Beautiful.
Nice.
And again, they have the composure to get right back up and nail the flip-flop layout step out. Tremendous. Just the full turn. Another show of flexibility and balance. And what's neat about optional gymnastics is the girls can take their strengths and just build around them. Put their routines together around their strengths. Again, the tumbling dance combination.
So many presentation skills present in this event.
Great job. Again, a little disappointed. You know she wants to hit it her senior year, and that punch front, by far the most difficult skill that we've seen so far. But of course, the downside is the risk of falling off is greater.
Everybody pulling for to stick that is such a difficult thing, but doesn't in the least take away from the fine performance of the senior. Oswego High School preparing for their first competitor of the evening. In the blue and orange, as you look at Marissa's punch front.
Couple problems. Right as she jumped into it, you could see her shoulders tilt. It's going to redirect it off to the side. And of course, you saw how low it was. So really, there was no room for correction. Here's the dismount. Very nice. Great landing. Round up with a full twist. Great routine, except for the fall.
And her score is a 9.075. Remember, that's with a 5/10 deduction for the fall, so she would have been our leader. You get an idea of how small, minute the differences are between and amongst the gymnasts. Tiffany Bell, sophomore, one of the 3 Bell sisters. And Oswego's first chance to improve, and we know that Lyons has now improved.
All of a sudden, these routines take on huge significance. Again, another nailed flip-flop layout step out. Very nice leap combo. We saw the slight bobble on the wolf jump. very unusual. And again, one of those things that's surprising. Simple back handspring, but if you noticed, only one hand down.
Interesting use of the hands.
Beautiful, another great leap. This landing is crucial. Oh, way to go.
Yeah.
Man, did she rise to the occasion on that.
The relief on her face. Oswego has brought an incredibly vocal contingent here, as I guess they have throughout the state series. And they loved it.
Watch the dismount. Round off. She is way up there. The best dismount we've seen. Look at the height. Back with a full twist. The biggest break was the landing. I'm shocked at how clean these routines are.
Another one of the stellar seniors, Beth Fitchie from Elgin Larkin High School. Making her final state appearance.
Great. Football player step out small bobble. Beautiful.
Most solid turn of the night.
And, you know, showing it off. Coming out of the passe, kicking the leg out, stopping the twist. Beautiful switch leap combo.
She is focused.
Nice combination. And what's nice about that is she's one of the first girls that had no hesitation between the back handspring and her leap.
Stick.
Yeah,
Yes.
way to go.
She has got to be thrilled with that performance.
And it's the little things that added up for her during that routine. Like I mentioned, no hesitations between her combinations. Those are the little things that will add up to your advantage during the balancing routine. Here's the dismount again. Beautiful round of back with a full twist.
Judges probably looking for what is the difference between this gymnast and the next, and they've been all right in the same ballpark around the 9.4, so right now it looks like she may possibly vault herself right into first. We're going to have a three-way tie, 9.450, so discriminating amongst these gymnasts is really tough tonight. But she's got to be thrilled. She's in first place right now, along with Jenna Galecki and Amanda Kaufman, and that's going to bring up Erica Caprica. Erica has had much success on the beam. Her dad is her coach. Let's watch the Hinsdale Central Red Devil.
Right there. She obviously wanted to combine those two skills. And again, something we mentioned on bars, is the combination of those skills is what's going to give you the extra bonus points.
No major bobbles on them, however.
What did I say? How did she do that?
And she grinned through the whole thing.
Beautiful round off. Right to a split leap. Very unique skill. Again, level change down the beam. And again, not necessarily difficult, but original.
Oh,
She's all right. I think she was telling the crowd, "Oh, be quiet." It just slipped a little bit. And again, I know for the novice that is scary, but part of learning those skills, people don't realize 99% of their gymnastics is done in the gym where they fall down 90% of the time. So unfortunately, we had some big breaks, but again, you know, nice parts.
Gotta love the young lady, the attitude, the perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody died here. I slipped off the beam.
That's right. Life goes on. Learn from the experience and move on. Here's great full twisting wolf jump where she got into trouble. Again, trying to combine high-level skills, and that's where you're going to get in trouble.
You know, Rob, if you have a young lady like this, Erica, in the gym.
Let's watch it slip here. Watch her right foot. Boom. You can see her trying to press on the beam to set for the backflip. And obviously, it can be dangerous. And look at the smile. You know, like, I hate when that happens.
You know, it's just so amazing. You feel so badly because you just want everyone to do so well. But if you have a young lady like that in the gym, it puts things in perspective. She's the coach's daughter. She could have looked at that in a different way. She's a senior to her last performance, and yet look at what she's showing the rest of her teammates. It's obvious that she's been a role model and a leader throughout her career, and that she's going to be much missed.
I needed a little bit of that.
As a gymnast or as a dad or a coach?
Well, yeah, as a parent, everyone needs a little bit of that.
You know, I can't imagine what it must be like to watch your own child compete and to work with them in that level of intensity. It's got to be both exciting and scary all at the same time.
Scary, but I think I've seen throughout my career a lot of mom-child relationships, dad-child relationships in the gym, and it's got to be just tremendous. If you can keep it at the right pace and not be too critical, I mean, you get to spend time with your kid. It's great.
Stacy Majira, the all-around
Beautiful
and uneven bars champion, now on the beam.
One of the most unique mounts we've seen, and Stacy very powerful, and again, taking advantage of it, building her routine around her strength, using her physical strength. Great, standing layout, step out. And again, we're going to look for the bobbles, because again, at this point, all the girls are good. They all have the requirements. Great leap combination. That was that full twisting wolf jump again. Like Amanda, we talked about the confidence. Small break, small, but again, one of the most difficult passes we've seen, the flip-flop layout step up. But it looks so confident. The form, the posture.
A different presence.
Exactly. And
creative.
Yeah, and I think the laugh is there's an educated crowd. That was supposed to be a full twist. Went too far, but as a judge, you can't necessarily take a deduction for that. She worked out of it. Round up front, sticks it.
I think we may be looking at our new leader.
We saw a lot of things. Again, we talked about that composure and that full turn. Perfect example. Instead of panicking, just work out of it.
Oh, what a tremendous performance.
There, it should end right there. She puts her leg out. And that whole pose, everything, made up.
I told you, we always look and see how creative they can be.
That's right. But, again, part of her success is thinking on your feet, in effect. And I love that. And I love to see the fight. You fight to stay on. I love it. I wish you could almost get bonus for mistakes like that, where a kid should have fell off. But
when you can't prove that wasn't what their move was supposed to be. Stacy last night hit a 9.7, and she ties it tonight. And right now, that is definitely the score to beat. What a wonderful performance. And you're right, the crowd was so much fun reacting to that. And her pose, like, I meant it to be that way, so just go ahead and applaud.
That's right.
And Jessica Bell, the freshman sister. We saw Tiffany earlier.
And again, not to put any pressure on Jessica, but I think this is Oswego's last chance to increase their team score. Looks great right now. Completed her full twist. Here's the first major tumbling pass. That handspring, they'll step out. They'll step out. Whoa.
Oh.
Huge. Beautiful. Nails it. The most difficult pass we've seen on beam tonight.
Just
now,
a freshman.
And I'm getting more nervous because now she can increase her score. Small break. And again, also important is that there was no hesitation between the two skills. Beautiful jumps. Yeah, and show it off. No questions.
Very good showmanship, particularly for a freshman.
Freeze. That's what you need.
Now this will be interesting.
Oh, this is going to be close.
Glad I don't have the job of judging. It's just fun to cheer, and the Oswego crowd is going nuts. They are thrilled.
That was fantastic gymnastics. Beautiful routine. And the pressure.
Oh,
Huge.
no big deal. I can
Watch
do this.
this tumbling pass, Ann. It looks like she's on floor. Flip-flop. First layout step out. Usually they're done right here. A second one. Look at that. Boom.
That was stellar.
And here's the dismount. And again, we talk about it. The simple landing, right? There it is. Don't give anything away.
Well, the crowd that Oswego is just like sitting in, they can't hardly even breathe. Just please show it, please show it. We need to know.
Oh my gosh.
9.675. Well, she improves 1.25 for the team and puts herself into second place behind only the terrific performance of Stacy Majira. And who's coming up now but the defending champ, Ashley Ekstrom. So talk about drama, bang, bang, bang.
You have to earn your medals tonight. There's no one's giving them away.
The only returning individual event champion from last year.
Something different. It was a round-off back handspring. Very nice. And I think even a little more difficult because the first skill is turning as you come back to the beam. Excellent. Bobble, not significant. And again, the crucial thing is didn't give anything away, no hesitation between leaps. Aerial cartwheel, and believe it or not, at one point, that was the skill. And now it's kind of like an extra. Do a level change. Dismount, double flip.
Oh!
Yes. Nice job, Ashley. Beautiful routine, a couple small bobbles, and of course the most difficult dismount we've seen this evening.
Well, there's a good reason she's the defending champ.
And watch how much quicker it is. We've seen the round off back with a full twist. See how hard she stands up? Beautiful twist. Easily has all day to land that dismount. Great job.
Sells it. Well, this is going to be hard to discriminate. The last three participants on the beam, 9.70, Stacy Majira, Jessica Bell comes back with 9.675, and then Ashley Ekstrom, the defending champ. We'll just have to wait. Know this, it's been fun. Everybody stayed on the beam, made it fun, and can you top this? And her score is going to be of 9.550, unofficially moving her into third. And as the hugs go around, it looks like your unofficial champion, Stacy Madera. We'll be back with the official awards. latest and greatest information on your favorite Illinois high school team or athlete? Next time, log in and check out www.ihsa.org. And we have quite a group here. It's indicative of how close the competition was here in the beam. As you see, Sandy Oldham, the meet referee, or meet manager, congratulating the 4 young ladies who were tied. There you see it, Jenna Galecki, Amanda Kaufman, Tiffany Bell, and Beth Fitchie. The defending champ gets 3rd this year in her senior year, and we're going to see her in the floor exercise as well.
In second place with a score of 9.675 points from Oswego High School, Jessica Bell.
What a performance by the freshman. Whoa.
And obviously you want them to do their best, but she picked a great time because, as we mentioned earlier, the competition for second place is very close. Unofficially, I think we've calculated that Jessica improving her score put her back in a tie with Lyons Township.
It'll be fun to watch
And in first
because
place,
that's the end of their
with a score
competitors.
9.70 points from Barrington High School, the 1999 Illinois State champion on the balance beam is Stacy Majira.
If you're going to make an entrance onto the scene, you certainly need to do it, or if you do it like this, you've certainly done it with pizzazz. And Stacy Madera, all-around champ, uneven bars champ, beam champ.
Floor, we'll see if her ankle is holding up for her.
Illinois State medalist on the balance beam.
Here's the winning performance.
Tremendous. And one thing too, we talked about it during her routine, is even during her most difficult skills, the form is impeccable. Connecting her skills, no hesitation, just has that appearance of confidence. We had a great time with that. Nice ad-lib. Hey, I meant to do that. And here's her dismount, the round off, full twist, and of course, sticks the landing.
Championship smile. And the last event yet to come, and a crowd favorite, the floor exercise. The frenzy of Illinois high school basketball's March Madness tips off tomorrow on Fox Sports Chicago with live coverage of the girls' Class A tournament semifinals and championship game. Our coverage begins live from Redbury Arena at 11 a.m. Please note that the championship game will be on Fox Sports Chicago Plus. Call your local cable operator for the channel number for the most complete coverage of the IHSA March Madness. Stay tuned to Fox Sports Chicago, the official home of the IHSA State Championships. What a great event. And what a great person to start it. Miss Smile herself, Ashley Henning, the sophomore from Fremd High School.
Miss Powerful Tumbler.
And vault champion.
And vault champion.
The personality of each gymnast comes out in the music.
Brought up back handspring, pike double back.
Oh.
Makes it look simple. Second pass, lay out front, punch, lay out front with a full twist. Believe it or not, I feel that second pass is more difficult than the pike double back. Although it looks simple, it's very difficult.
Height
pass. Dramatic. Another great start to our final event.
You know, I've always marveled over the years at the choreography of the Frem gymnasts, and we have to attribute much of that to Diane Kelly, Marianne Kelly's mother. You just saw the green jacket to the left. She is wonderful. A former Olympic gymnast. She's brought those skills, those experiences to the team.
Without a doubt, some of the, the dance is just a level above. Here's that second pass I talked about. Lay out front, right to another lay out front, but with a full twist. Combination, crucial. And that's one of the highest level combination skills you can do. And her last pass, again, a twisting, multiple flipping combination pass. Round off back with a half twist, punch lay out front.
The change in floor acts may be the most dramatic change in the last few years, all because of the spring tumbling.
Without a doubt. And it's two phases to it. Obviously, the tumbling level is increased, but there's a safety issue. I think it is safer. Much easier on your body.
9.675, so she goes up 0.050. Brings up Frem score again. And as we had back-to-back Barrington off the bars, here we have back-to-back Frem on the floor. You mentioned power gymnastics.
Another unique combination of tumbling skills, handspring, front with a half, immediate punch backward, flip with a full twist. More front tumbling, bounding forward fronts. And obviously you tend to talk a lot about the tumbling, but without a doubt, the dance, the combination of the leaps in between the tumbling passes is absolutely crucial, and that will be one of the major defining factors in separating the gymnasts.
Music has to fit the personality of the gymnast who dances it.
Dismount double full.
Fun.
Another beautifully well-executed floor routine.
And a defining moment for a senior who has just put her last routine to the test. Mixed emotions, I'm sure, going through knowing her team's going to end up as state champions again. So she's been on 4 straight state championship teams.
4.
It's a dream to be on 1.
There's her last pass. Round off back handspring, double full. Here's another look at it. And again, typically the athletes are tired, but again, you can see she's over-rotating. And we talked a little bit about this in between events and how typically that was a first pass. Now, if you're not doing that, those harder skills at the end, you're not gonna make it.
And her score is a 9.575, right now in second place. This routine last night sent everybody to their feet. 2 double backs. Wait till you see the height this young lady generates off the spring floor in her final performance as a high school gymnast. Enjoy.
Oh my God.
Sell it.
Second pass, front step out. Beautiful handspring. Rudy, it's a front flip with 1.5 twist. Excellent.
She's having fun.
Here it is, pick it up. Oh. Fantastic. Just the landing on that last double back. And I think she could have made that.
Oh.
And kicked out. Beautiful routine. I mean, that first double back, unbelievably high.
No, she's so disappointed right now because this routine is just, without doubt, possibly.
Here's her first one. Look at this.
Oh.
The cameraman can't even keep up with it. She's out of the picture.
And look at that spring floor as you see it bounce. That's how hard she's hitting and how much it's giving back.
All right, I think this is her last pass. Now watch. I think she's got the height and the rotation. Stay in your tuck. Stay in your tuck. Right there. You see her kick her feet out behind her? Oh. And then has to take the little landing. And again, just sometimes that sense, that air sense.
Sometimes it just doesn't seem fair. 9.2. Of course, remember with a 0.5 for that fall, it would have been a 9.7. So
at least. And obviously, when putting your hands down is a deduction. When your knees and your hands touch, you're going to have the 5/10 deduction.
What a wonderful gymnast. She has treated us to so many awesome things, and we certainly hope Amanda remembers all the good things, because that was a wonderful performance marred by just a little tiny thing. Jaime Garbowsky from Jacobs High School. And Jamie was the runner-up in the all-around, and now we get to see her on the floor.
Love it. Yeah, pike double back, yes. Beautiful.
Very precise.
Second pass. Fantastic. Bounding fronts, layout to the pike front. Another one of the performances where no major breaks. Outstanding virtuosity, great tumbling. Here's the last pass. Oh, I'm sorry, first pass. Double back pike position. Beautiful. And here again, the combination of skills. Handspring, lay out front, there's the hips extended, immediately bounds into another front. Great job.
No of those are done without the spring floor.
And her last pass, double full, stretch position, arms come out, completes the double twist. Beautiful job.
9.725. There is your new leader as Stacy Madera hugs her, and from the looks, it's a possibility she won't be competing with that shirt on. Don't know that, but we'll see. She's supposed to be the last competitor. Kristin Philippa from Libertyville High School. A freshman.
Beautiful. Double back. Step out, round of fuck double full. So again, really upping it a notch on the last pass. Beautiful.
Kristin Philippa with a wonderful routine in her first appearance on the floor act. Gets a big hug from the Wildcats out of Libertyville. And of course, as a team, a wonderful team, they've been here before. They also lost their top gymnast at the sectional due to injury.
And obviously, when the competition is this close, huge impact on your team. And I know Oswego lost one of their top athletes also early in the season. And again, look at the results. We're tenths apart.
That's why they call it a team sport. It takes everybody.
That's right. And again, we're seeing some tremendous tumbling. And again, usually the skills get a little less complicated during the routine, and she ups it a notch by adding the front step out in front of the double full.
Do you make decisions as you go through the competition here now, looking at the scores you're going to need, to add a trick or make an extra turn if you can?
Again, I think it depends on if, again, team is part of it. You make a decision based on, hey, as an individual, hey, if you want to go for it, let's go for it. You're not going to hurt your team. Go for the extra tenth.
So 9.625 gives her team 2/10 for Libertyville. And this brings out a young lady who's one of the top all-arounders of the state, Lauren Van Thornout from St. Charles. Remember, they're one of the teams in the fight for the trophy.
Beautiful. Handspring, front handspring. Front, 1/2 twist. Step out, through the double fall, nicely done. That last deep breath. Nice job. A little low, but manages to pull it off. Small deduction. Beautiful routine.
You know, you look at that last one and just the exhaustion of the season, the year, the 2 days, and like Diane Kelly said the other night, she says, you know, it's like the 2-mile runner. It's the last half mile.
Here's her first pass. Look how it almost looks like back tumbling. And it just makes it look so easy. And again, not as exciting as a double back, but as difficult, if not more. And here's the second pass, front step out through the double full. And here a little bit, we can see the fatigue And add on to it, not only there's a stress factor, especially with the team aspect, a lot of pressure. Emotionally, they're exhausted. Double full, and here again, just running out of gas a little bit, but pulls it out.
9.475. So not adding to the team score, but a fine performance and a nice smile from Lauren. And coming up now is Marissa Crescenti, the senior from St. Bede. I love to watch the showmanship of seniors.
Pass called alternates. Beautiful leap combination. Full. Round back handspring, double full. Nice job. Great job.
Another senior finishes her career.
Watch this first pass. Again, alternates. Round up, whip back, 2 back handsprings into the double full. Front step out, through the full. And the girls are required to do 1 front tumbling skill, and that's why we've seen either the front tumbling pass or the front step out through to a back tumbling pass.
Very unique choreography. Janosowski, the Glenbrook South coach, standing in front of Marissa as she waits her score, which is a 9.525. So through all of this tension and mounting, right now, Jaime Garbowsky has the top score, 9.725, and one of the top gymnasts in the state going after it, Allison Khachaturian from Glenbrook South.
Pass. Beautiful pipe double. I don't know if you saw the step out of bounds that will cost her a 10th. Front tumbling combination we've been talking about. And our last pass. Another double back. Oh, she kicks out. fantastic. Easily had that last pass made and kicked out again. And we saw the same thing happen to Amanda Kaufman.
It just isn't as easy as they make it look sometimes.
Here's a first pass, double back in the pike position. Overdoes it, has to take the step out of bounds. And here's the front tumbling combination we talked about. She's gonna go handspring front with a full twist. Immediately rebounds into another front. And again, we talked about this earlier. Usually, if you did a double back in your first pass, you were great. Now you have to finish with one. She's got this made easily. Watch how hard she pushes her feet out behind her. And again, part of the problem there is the spring floor. You can see her kicks her right back. And a great job by Allison, and just plagued this whole weekend by a couple big breaks. But again, when the competition is this close, you'll drop 5-6 spots.
And it's so nice to know she's a sophomore, and we're going to get to see her for a couple more years because she is fun to watch. As we wait for a score, it appears that we're going to be seeing the last competitor of the evening coming up in Jenna Galecki, because we believe that Stacy Majira has officially scratched.
And I don't know what happened, but her ankle was taped. One of those tape jobs where it looks like the ankle doesn't even move. And during warm-ups, you could see her grimacing. So, you know, again, at this point, no need to push it and injure it further.
Well, like you mentioned, the spring floor is added to the difficulty of tricks, but most importantly, it's added to the safety for the athletes, and that's paramount to everyone who's here, both coaches and parents. So Jenna Galecki looks like she's going to be our final competitor of the evening. And the team points.
I was just going to mention, don't want to put any more pressure on her. Front step out, through to double full, beautiful. Themes have taken us around the globe. We had the Asian theme, now we're in the...
little salsa.
Exactly. Very fun. Run up, up, pull. And again, no penalty, but not as difficult as some of the other second passes we've seen. But I think she's making it up with this very fun routine. Last pass. Pull it out, yes. Another double full.
All
Tremendous.
right. Well, she certainly made her first appearance at the state meet a memorable one. Oh, and finally a smile. She's been kind of serious throughout the night, but she finally let loose now.
Here's that first pass, front step out. Watch the form. Look at how tight her legs are together. Beautiful double full. Here's the second pass. She's going to do a round off 2 back handsprings. Again, not a deduction, but we've seen, again, we talked about that combination. Not there in that pass. And here's the last pass. Round off back handspring, double full. Again, beautiful form, completes the twist, a little low, but great job.
Waves to her fans up there. This crowd has been fantastic, and as you mentioned before, it's such a knowledgeable crowd that comes here to Palatine High School. And her score a 9.475. So Jaime Garbowsky, unofficially from Jacobs High School in Algonquin, score holds up of a 9.725. And unofficially will be our floor exercise champ. As the hugs go around, we'll be back with more. Back at Palatine High School, Ann Penstone with Rob Brown with the final event awards of the evening. And Ashley Henning jumping up on the runners-up spot. She certainly had a great evening. What a smile.
9.725 points from Jacobs High School. The 1999 Illinois State Full Exercise Champion is Jaime Garbowsky.
Great job by Jamie. And again, the whole trend this evening, and we mentioned how it was neat that everyone was hitting, and you had to go out and take. No one was falling off, like making it easy for you to win. You had to nail your routines.
And there are the final results. Jaime Garbowsky, your state Floor X champion for 1999.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 1999 Illinois State medalist.
Let's watch her sell it.
And obviously, Jamie had everything you needed in a floor routine. Beautiful dance. Great combination dance, leaps, and of course, the powerful tumbling. Beautiful double full.
Once again, stay up there as Lauren.
And after that fine routine, there are the final team standings. It doesn't get a lot closer than that. What pressure. Frem gets over the 150 mark, and Lyons vaults into second. Oswego hangs on to third, and St. Charles just a whisker behind. Tough to do, but the Pepsi performance of the meet, Ashley Henning from Frem High School with her vault to start off the evening.
And again, had to give it to Ashley. Just absolutely explosive. One of the most difficult skills we saw tonight. And again, she did it with such ease. And what a great personality. Just pleasure to watch, and the epitome of sportsmanship. Having a great time.
Shows what fun we've had this evening. We'll be back for final thoughts in a minute. They said it couldn't be done again, but for the 6th time in a row, there are the state champions, the Frem High School Vikings, 1999 Illinois High School Gymnastics champs. At this time, Fox Sports Chicago would like to thank H. David Fry and his staff, particularly Sue Hendrickson at the Illinois High School Association and Sherry Wilcox, Sandy Oldham, and the rest of the staff here at Palatine High School for their help with today's championship event. So for Rob Brown, I'm Ann Penstone saying so long from Palatine High School, where Stacy Madera is the 1999 Girls State All-Around champ, and Frem wins its 6th title in a row. The proceeding has been an exclusive presentation of Fox Sports Chicago and Intersport Television.